MLB The Show 2020 simulated franchise mode with some live commentary. I am your play-by-play. I'm your color analyst. I'm your sideline reporter. I am your statistician. I'm your producer. I am Tucker Diedrich. So we're going to get this thing going. It is the Brewers facing off against the Phillies. We're going to get this game loaded up. And here are your starting pitchers. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. Brandon Woodruff for the Milwaukee Brewers. So the Brewers are on a 3-game losing streak. They lost 3 of 4 to the Mets over the weekend. So looking to get things back on track here against a Phillies team that lost 2 of 3 versus the Reds. So here we are at Miller Park. We're in the middle of an 8-game homestand for these Milwaukee Brewers. Phillies feeling pretty good. They got a win in yesterday's game against Cincinnati. They did lose 2 of 3. You see Bryce Harper there, right fielder for the Phillies. We're going to get underway here as Brandon Woodruff gets the start for the Brewers today. It's his 4th start of the season. He gave up 4 runs in his last start, but they were all unearned against Cincinnati. So he still has a 0 ERA. Gave up 4 hits, struck out 6. But did give up the grand slam. That was the only scoring that happened in that game. Here's the first pitch from Woodruff. It's a ball inside, and we're glad you're with us here on a Monday night in Wisconsin. Got a whole bunch of snow overnight, so the roof is closed in Milwaukee. The Brewers enter the day 8-7. They find themselves 3.5 back of the Cubs. And that one misses as well. It's 2-0. The Cubs have won the hottest teams in the majors right now. They've won 9 straight. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss from Kingery here, and it's 2-1. So Scott Kingery is leading off the game here for the Philadelphia Phillies. He was 0 for 11 the last time these teams squared off against each other, which is a little over about 2 weeks ago now. Over in Philadelphia, it was the Phillies' home opener. Kingery hits one up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the Phillies get their leadoff man on to start the game. So Kingery already getting more hits here in Milwaukee than he did against them in Philadelphia. And there's a runner at first with nobody out in the top of the first. Good piece of hitting, takes that pitch right back up the middle. Kane bobbles it for a moment, but composes himself. And now bring up Jay Bruce, who's getting his first start, first appearance of the season for the Phillies. Andrew McCutchen is on the bench. He bruised his foot in yesterday's game, so he's going to be out for a couple of days. Not going to go on the injured list just yet. So Jay Bruce over and left. 0-1 pitch, and that one's off of Woodruff. Here comes Holt. He's going to hold on to it, and Jay Bruce gets a base hit off of Brandon Woodruff, and runners at first and second right away here for the Phillies. So this is a big issue that the Brewers had over the weekend. A lot of base runners. And the Mets, they did a really good job of scoring with 2 outs. And here comes Bryce Harper, who's looking to bust out in a major way. Only batting .125 on the season, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, and he's going to hit with 2 runners on in the first and nobody out. Harper was 0 for 9 against the Brewers in their series earlier this season. There's the pitch. There's a slider that's right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. It's 0 for 9. Walked 3 times. Stole a base. And looking to get his back going. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. 1-1. So Bryce Harper here with a runner in scoring position. He's just 1 for 17 on the season. Phillies have not been hitting the ball well this year. They're last in the majors in batting average. And they start out this game with 2 hits. There's a little tapper in front of Woodruff. He's going to make the play over to first. And that'll be the first out of the inning. But that'll move the runners up 90 feet. Here's how the Phillies line up tonight. Kingery leading off, Jay Bruce, and then Bryce Harper. Rhys Hoskins at first, Didi Gregorius, then JT Realmuto. Neil Walker gets to start at third. Nick Williams is in center, and pitching tonight in the 9 spot is Zach Wheeler. Here comes Rhys Hoskins. Takes one upstairs, 1-0. Hoskins had the solo home run in the home opener for the Phillies against these Brewers. One of 2 home runs he's had this season. There's the 1-0. That misses outside, 2-0. Second and third, 1 out here in the first. Woodruff trying to work out of some trouble here early. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Right at the knees in 95. And Joe McDonald, who is your home plate umpire, calls that one a strike. So looking to bounce back here. 2-1 pitch to Hoskins. Changeup is floated high, and it's 3-1. Phillies did not get a lot of hits in that series against the Brewers. Hoskins actually led the team. He had 3 hits in that series. Not a lot of runs scored by Philadelphia. They scored first in every game, but lost all 3 of them. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's a strike that just catches the inside part of the plate, and it's a full count here on the Phillies' first baseman. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him in front of that slider, and just like that, Woodruff has 2 outs. And a chance to get out of this inning.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
I'll bring up Didi Gregorius. Hitting .259 on the season. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to right and deep, but that is foul. So got away with that one. Gregorius coming in on a 5-game hitting streak. The starters today, he has the highest average coming into today. We talked about low batting average as a team. That one's fouled back. Last in the league, batting .219 as a team. Andrew McCutchen, who's out of today's lineup with the bruised foot, leads the team with a .323 average. Gregorius is next in line at .259 for everyday starters. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just misses the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Tried to get him on the inside pitch, and it's 2-2. So Woodruff already thrown the 20 pitches in this first inning. Had back-to-back singles. One was the infield one that went right off of Woodruff. Let's see what he has at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Woodruff gets around the 2 leadoff hits. Strikes out back-to-back Phillies and gets out of this inning unscathed. So the Phillies get 2 hits. They leave them both on base. And the Brewers are coming up here in the bottom of the first. Zach Wheeler gets the start for Joe Girardi's club here today. This is his 4th start of the season. Hasn't pitched in almost a week. Last pitched on last Tuesday against the Blue Jays. He went 7 innings, only gave up 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 5 and got the win. So coming off of a good start.
The center fielder,
An off day in there. Makes it a little bit more of an extended start. As Kane fouls the first one off, it's 0-1. And the same deal with Brandon Woodruff. Last time he pitched was last Tuesday as well. So a couple of top starters getting plenty of rest for this one here. Should be a good matchup. Here's the 0-1, and that one's fouled the other way, and it's 0-2. Kane batting .258 on the season, has 2 RBIs. Looking to get on base here. He hasn't walked a lot. He's only walked 3 times. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's down low. It's 1-2. Kane had a hit in every game against the Phillies. Was 3 for 14. Had 2 doubles in that series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Kane, not sure about that. And he's called looking for the first out of the inning. Look at that one right at the letters. It's a called strike by Joe McDonald. Now we'll bring Christian Yelich to the plate. And he takes the first pitch to center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So Christian Yelich hits the first pitch he sees, and he's on with a 1-out single.
Batting third.
Good piece of hitting right on the
Second
outside
baseman.
part of the plate.
Keston.
Hits that one right back up the middle. Good line drive. You can see the outfield shifted to right, so a little bit more of a run for Williams there. And he'll let it fall in front of him, and Yelich is on with a single. Yelich checked in on over at first, and he's back safely. Bring up Keston Hiura, who really came alive for the Brewers during the series against the Phillies. He was 6 for 12, had a home run, couple of doubles. 5 RBIs, 3 walks. He was really seeing these Phillies hitters. He really broke out of a slump during that series. He's been very productive. He's batting .267 now. He was up over 300. Yelich is going, pitch out, and that is still not in time, and Yelich has his 8th stolen base of the season. So even with the pitch out, still not enough to get Christian Yelich. Muto popped that one in there as Hiura takes a strike. It's 2-1. So Christian Yelich now in scoring position for Hiura. This is where the Brewers drastically need to improve. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one misses upstairs. It's 3-1. 8th stolen base for Yelich. He came into the day trailing Jonathan VR for the league lead. There's a throw over to second, and he is in there just barely. So still keeping a good eye on him over there, getting a big lead. Trying to get a good jump for Keston Hiura on a base hit. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that one's driven to left, but foul. So here's the full count pitch, and that one's hit to right. And that's going back. Harper's going back, and that's going to get down. That's going to hit the fence. Yelich is around to score. Hiura's in at second, and the Brewers get on the board first with an RBI double from Keston Hiura. So just what the Brewers are looking for in these situations, getting some hits with runners on, and Keston Hiura continues to rake against the Phillies. Hits that one into the gap over the head of Bryce Harper. He's in easy with the double. The Brewers take the early 1-0 lead. I'll bring up Avisail Garcia. And he hits one deep to left, but that one's foul. So Brewers, you can see, changing up their luck a little bit, wearing the pinstripes. Maybe that'll help them break out of this little 3-game skid that they're on. They got the right team coming to town with the Philadelphia Phillies. They're currently last in the NL East. As Garcia fouls another one away, it's 0-2. Garcia, another guy who had a great series against the Phillies last time out. 5 for 13 in that one. Here's the 0-2. That's way outside. It's 1-2. Garcia, another guy who had 2 doubles, had 3 RBIs, 2 walks in that game, in that series, that 3-game set. Brewers' first road trip of the season. 1-2 pitch to Garcia. Misses again. 99 outside. It's 2-2. So Wheeler quickly falling behind, or evening up the count at least, and it's 2-2. Wheeler comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one's a grounder over to Gregorius. He's going to make the play over to first, and there's 2 away.
Batting.
Here's how the lineup looks for Craig Counsell tonight. Lorenzo Cain, Christian Yelich, Keston Hiura have all batted. Garcia just grounded out. Ryan Braun is now up to bat. And then it's the hot-hitting Omar Narvaez. Brock Holt starting over at third. Orlando Arcia at short. And your starting pitcher, who's always dangerous in that 9 spot, Brandon Woodruff. As Ryan Braun steps in, the runner on second and 2 out. Takes a fastball up for a ball. Ryan Braun making every start at first base this season for the Brewers. Just batting a little over 200. There's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses. It's 2-0. Braun 2 for 13. Had a double against the Phillies earlier this season. And there's the 2-0 pitch. Pop up in the infield. Kingery's calling for it. He's got it, and now we'll retire the side here in the first. But the Brewers get on board with an RBI double from Keston Hiura. After one, they lead 1-0. JT Realmuto will start up the second for the Phillies. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Good pitch. Crank it up and then pull it back. 0-2 on Realmuto, real fast here. There's the pitch. And that one's fouled away. Oh, 0-2 pitch to Realmuto, and that one's inside. 1-2. Realmuto. So the big thing for the Phillies this year, most of their offensive statistics are towards the bottom of the majors. Mentioned the .219 batting average. That's worst in Major League Baseball. 57 runs scored, 22nd in the MLB. But the Brewers, they're right in the same company on that one. They have 58. That's 21st. So Brewers have just one more run. Now 2 more runs than the Phillies. That one misses. So Realmuto has run the count to full. 14 home runs. That's 23rd in the league. So they've struck out a lot. 138 strikeouts. That one's fouled back. So a team that has struggled offensively here early. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just outside, and that's a ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk for the Phillies. So Woodruff having trouble getting these leadoff men out. Gave up the base hit to start the game. Now he's walked Realmuto. I'll bring up Neil Walker. Pitch to Walker is outside, 1-0. Walker batting .257. That's actually one of the better averages on this Philly team. There's the 1-0 pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. In a platoon with Josh Harrison. But they kind of switch around in positions. When the Brewers were in Philly, when Eric Lauer made the start, Walker was on the bench. Gregorius moved over to third. Kingery was at short, and Josh Harrison played second. So this 4-game series, Eric Lauer will make another appearance. 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. It's 2-2. So probably going to see a pretty similar lineup in that situation. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's fought off. We'll do it again at 2s. But much like the Brewers, Phillies have not faced a lot of left-handed starting pitching. Here's the 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss. Tied him up on the inside fastball, and there's one away, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Woodruff.
The center fielder, number 5.
And Walker knows it. Got fooled on the pitch, shaking his head as he heads back. I'll add to Woodruff's strikeout total on the season. He came into the game with 26 strikeouts, among the league leaders in that category. Season highlighted early on with the 7 strong against St. Louis, where he struck out 12. Here's the 0-1 to Nick Williams. He fouls that one away, and it's 0-2. Williams, center fielder for the Phillies. Batting in that 8th spot. Struggled against the Brewers in Philly. He fouls another one back, 0-2. Just 1 for 8, had 6 strikeouts. Even the one hit he did have got thrown out on the base paths. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Williams. Fouled into foul. That's in foul territory. Garcia is going to just miss it, I guess. They kind of cut back to Williams pretty quick. Looks like it might have just went off the edge of his glove. Is in there. That would be considered an error, but we'll see. Here's the 0-2. That one's playable in center. Kane is racing under it. And he makes the catch for out number 2. So no harm in
Batting
Garcia dropping that one
pitcher, Zach
at the rail.
Wheeler.
Now bring up Zach Wheeler. Looking to get an average on the season here, but Woodruff hoping to sit him down here. The runner on first. Realmuto leading off the inning with a walk. Here's the first pitch. That is in there for a strike. Check with Realmuto over there, and he's in there. Realmuto got good wheels for a catcher. That one's inside 1-1. He does have 2 stolen bases, which is tied for the team lead. Kingery also has 2. As a team, the Phillies have stolen 7 bases, and as we mentioned earlier, Christian Yelich on his own has 8 now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 96 at the letters. Brandon Woodruff's up on his opposing pitcher. 1-2. 2 outs here, 1 on. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Woodruff gets another strikeout, his 4th of the game. And the leadoff walk doesn't materialize into anything. Brewers up to bat with a 1-0 lead. So your National League leader in batting average, Omar Narvaez, leads off the second.
Omar Narvaez
Had a solo home run in yesterday's game. That got the Brewers on the board first. First pitch to Narvaez is down and in at 96. It's 1-0. Narvaez not only hitting for average here, also hitting for power. 6 doubles, 3 home runs on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside, 2-0. And he's putting the ball in play. I think that's what you like to see. The guy who's hitting for the power he is. He's putting the ball in play. He's only struck out 6 times. That's the least among all the starters, the regular starters at least. Here's the 2-1 from Wheeler. And he hits that one down the line. Hoskins knocks it down, but he's going to be able to make the flip over to Wheeler for out number 1. Here's how the defense looks for the Phillies tonight. Jay Bruce getting the start over in left for Andrew McCutchen. Nick Williams in center. Harper in right. And then around the horn, it's Neil Walker, Didi Gregorius, Scott Kingery, Rhys Hoskins, and then your 2019 Gold Glove winner, JT Realmuto. And Brock Holt is in there, takes a strike. Phillies coming into today, second best defense, 993. There's a ball down low, 1-1. So a good defensive club here. It's going to keep them in games because they haven't been giving up a lot of runs. That one's hit over to left. Bruce is there. That's out number 2.
batting 8th, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Phillies have given up 23 home runs. That's tied for 22nd most. As Orlando Arcia steps up to the plate. He's got a home run on the season. Got it on Thursday against the Mets. He fouls that one off to the right side. 0-1. That one brushes Arcia back, and it's 1-1. One pitch from Wheeler, swing and a miss. Time to chase that slider, and Orlando now down in the count 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Arcia can't believe it. Gonna hold there for a little bit, maybe have a quick discussion, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Wheeler as we head to the third. Scott Kingery leads off the Phillies' third.
got
had a base hit up the middle his last at-bat. And he takes a strike. 0-1, 97, right on the corner. Tough one to hit, right in at the hands. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. More heat from Woodruff. So right now, I guess maybe Woodruff's just in grip it and rip it mode. Just throw the fastballs. Don't give him something to speed up the bat. Just blow it by him. Maybe that's what Woodruff's looking to make the adjustment here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider misses outside. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Kingery. That one's another base hit up the middle. So Kingery has 2 singles, both of them to center. And the Phillies once again get their leadoff man on in the third.
The left fielder, number 9, Jay.
Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. Hits it right back up the box. And Kingery has his second hit of the game. So Jay Bruce steps in, pitch out. Keep an eye on Kingery over there. He does have 2 stolen bases on the season. So I want to keep him in check over there. Jay Bruce had the infield single. Hit it off of Woodruff last time. Here's the 1-0. That misses outside. It's 2-0. Jay Bruce had many years over in Cincinnati. And had a couple of seasons with the Rangers and the Mets. As that one's hit into foul territory. Brock Holt's got room for it. And he'll make the play for out number 1.
The right fielder.
So jammed him on that one.
Right.
That's going to bring up Bryce Harper. Grounded out his last at-bat, but did advance the runners. Harper taking his time, getting set in the box, trying to maybe disrupt the rhythm of Woodruff here a little bit. Woodruff is cruising along here a little bit. Here's the pitch from Woodruff, and that one's grounded over to Holt. He's going to flip it over to Hira, make the turn, and that is a double play to end the inning. So Bryce Harper continues to struggle, grounds into the inning-ending double play, and the Brewers maintain their 1-0 lead. So you're watching Brewers Simulated Franchise Mode here in MLB The Show 2020. I'm Tucker Diedrich, calling the action for you. You're on youtube.com/Tucker Comedy. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying this content. Share the links with your friends. Every little bit helps. Trying to grow a little bit of a following, but I understand. It's baseball. Not a lot of people watch it when it's real players playing it. So if you're enjoying this, please make sure to spread the word. Every little bit helps. And trying to think of like a more regular cadence. So what you can expect in the coming days, Monday through Friday, all games will be broadcast at 7 o'clock when the Brewers would have had a game, as Woodruff follows one back into the netting. Saturdays will be at 6 o'clock, and Sundays will be at 1 o'clock first pitches. So hoping to get a little bit more of a regular cadence that way. And as Woodruff swings and misses, chases the high and outside fastball. Wheeler gets his 3rd strikeout of the game, and we're back to the top of the order. So hope you can join us. We got 3 more games against the Phillies this week, and the Brewers will hit the road for a 3-game series against the Mets in New York. Lorenzo Cain steps in, takes the pitch. He's for 1-0. .1-0 pitch to Cain. That one just grazes the corner. It's 1-1. Good job of Wheeler trying to keep these Brewers on their front foot. There's a little blooper to second, and Kingery has it for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Christian.
That brings up Christian Yelich with 2 outs. Single to center, stole his 8th base of the year, and then scored on Keston here a double. Got the Brewers on the board in the first. Here's the pitch from Wheeler. That one's fouled back. Talked about Wheeler in the Mets series. He would have been a Brewer if Carlos Gomez would have passed his physical with the Mets in that trade back in 2015. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that one's ripped down the line, foul. So Christian Yelich hanging tough here. Wheeler for the Mets last year pitched in that 18-inning game, but the Brewers would end up winning in the bottom of the 18th as Yelich rips another one foul right on Wheeler here in this at-bat. Wheeler went 7 innings in that marathon game, but took the no decision. Here's the 0-2, and that one misses down low, 1-2. Yelich finding himself down in the count, trying to put the ball in play. He's got 15 strikeouts. That's most on this Brewers team. Here's the 1-2, and that's a swing and a miss, and now he has the most strikeouts all by himself at 16 as he strikes out on that inside fastball. So the Brewers go down in order, still lead 1-0. Rhys Hoskins leading off here in the fourth. He struck out his last time at bat.
Rhys Hoskins.
Talking about that last series the Brewers and the Phillies played, Rhys Hoskins with 3 hits. That was the most in that series by a Philly. Actually, him and JT Realmuto were the only ones that have multiple hits in that series. So that one's a lazy fly ball to right field, kind of more center. But with the shift, Yelich is going to make the play for out number 1.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Yeah, the Phillies were hitting against the starting pitching, but the Brewers bullpen just shut them down. You might remember, if you were following us in that series, that was when the Brewers had a 15-inning scoreless streak as a team for the bullpen. That was carried over from the St. Louis series. As Gregorius swings and misses, it's 1-1. Bullpen only gave up 1 run in that series to the Phillies. That was the home run by Garlick that Brett Suter gave up. That's the only run that Brent Suter has given up all season. Here's the 1-1. That one's right down the middle for a strike. And the Brewers bullpen kept the Brewers in these games. Brewers able to tack on insurance runs as Gregorius swings and misses on the low fastball. There's quickly 2 away here in the fourth. As you look at this speed comparison, Wheeler hitting 100, Woodruff hitting 99, so some power pitchers here showing off their stuff here in Milwaukee. I'll bring up JT Realmuto. He walked back in the second, was left stranded. Here's the pitch from Woodruff, and that is a ball that just misses. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch driven to left. Garcia chasing it, going back, and he's going to have room to make the catch for out number 3. So Phillies go down in order here in the fourth. As we head to the bottom of the third, here's going to lead off with a 1-0 lead. Keston Hiura faces Zach Wheeler here in the fourth. Here is 1-for-1, has the RBI double. Continuing to stay hot against these Phillies. Now 7-for-13, 3 doubles, 6 RBIs against the Phillies. He's probably wishing he played in the NL East to face the Phillies a little bit more. This is the series, these are the last games against the Phillies this season. Actually, they'll wrap up 2 season series with NL East teams this week. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses, 2-1. So they'll wrap up 7-game series with the Phillies this Thursday. And then they will go to New York and play 3, and they won't see the Mets for the rest of the season. So 2 NL East opponents out of the way. Here's the 2-1, and that one misses. Here is in the driver's seat with 3-1 count here. It's always strange when you, right away out of the gate, you just face one team and then you don't see them for the rest of the way, as that one's in there for a strike. Kind of, that one misses, so it's ball 4. The Brewers get their leadoff man on.
The left fielder, number 24.
Look at where that one was on the pitch tracker. Just at the bottom of the zone. Probably could have been called a strike. But it just misses. Not enough of the zone. Joe McDonald issues ball 4. As Avisail Garcia steps in. 0 for 1. Grounded out to short his last at bat. And check swing, but it's called a full strike. It's 0-1. You understand, though, how these schedules are made, though. A lot of it has to do with where teams are in the country, as Phillies are coming over from Cincinnati. So it made sense that they would just continue to trek over to Milwaukee. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses. It's 1-1. Brewers going over to face the Mets. There's a lot of symmetry when it comes to the baseball schedule. Teams that you play one week, you go to their place, or they're coming to your place the next week. Here's the 1-1. Chases after that change ball, 1-2. Coming in at 87. You're throwing high 90s. You see that 87-mile-an-hour floater. Just the bottom drops out of it, and way out ahead of it. And that's what happened there to Garcia. Here's the 1-2. Fights off that changeup. The count remains. So a lot of, you see that a lot. You even see a lot of common pairings, it seems, historically in a lot of the schedules. I know a common one is the 1-2, and that one gets away from Realmuto, but Hira doesn't get a good jump. He's actually back at first, so no harm, no foul on that one. Just a ball to the count of Garcia. Here's the 2-2, and he hits that one to right. That's going to get down into the corner. Should be extra bases. Hira's on his way to third. Garcia's at second. Hira is going to hold up at third. And the Brewers have second and third with nobody out here in the fourth.
Baseman, number 8, Ryan Braun.
So Garcia continues to hit Phillies pitching well. That's his third double against the Phillies this season. And Braun has runners at second and third with nobody out. See if Braun can bust out of a little mini slump here. That one's in there for a strike. You know, when you see a road trip out to the West Coast, usually San Diego and LA are partnered up. San Francisco can sometimes get in there as well. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's just outside. You know, even within the division, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh seem to be common teams in a single road trip. There's a changeup that's in there, 1-2. So Braun down in the count here. Looking to put something on that right side, try to drive in an extra run here for his team. Probably looking for something on that outside corner. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one just misses the corner, 2-2. A good pitch by Wheeler, right where he wanted it. Braun didn't go for it. Home plate umpire didn't call it a strike. Here's the 2-2. Hits that one on the right side. Probably look what his approach is. Just hits it foul. It's 2-2. So can't really see where the infield is playing, but I imagine they're going to just give up the run to get the out here. Here's the 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss. Braun is down on strikes. And the first out of the inning. So these are the opportunities the Brewers need to cash in. Runners in scoring position, no outs. Plenty of opportunities to score the run here, and they're going to walk Omar Narvaez, and with good reason. Narvaez leading the league in batting average. He's got 3 home runs in the last 4 days. He's been absolutely crushing the ball, and they're going to take their chances
The third baseman
with Brock Holt. So Holt in a big situation here, batting with the bases loaded, 1 out. Looking to bust this one open here for the Brewers. Let's see what he can do here. Here comes the pitch. That one misses, 1-0. Even just being patient at the plate, make Wheeler throw some pitches, get a pitch that you can hit. And try to drive in a couple here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's up and in, 2-0. So now, almost have a little different of approach. If you can walk one in, that's nothing wrong with that. You got Orlando Arcia on deck, who's swinging a hot bat lately as well. Checking the runner. Here's the 2-0. Holt fouls that one. 2-1. Sometimes you want to be too aggressive. Yesterday's game, Holt, 2-0 count, was swinging and popped one out in foul territory to lead off the inning. And the Brewers are down by 1. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chase that fastball up and out. It's 2-2, just like that. So Holt being a little impatient here at the plate. He's got to take a deep breath and get a pitch that he can hit. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Wheeler gets his 6th strikeout of the game, his 2nd of the inning.
Not shortstop.
And the Brewers
Orlando
in trouble of not cashing in here with the bases loaded. Good pitch down in the zone. Holt can't do anything with it. He's down on strikes. I'll bring up Orlando Arcia. That one misses. 1-0. Arcia had a big series against the Phillies. Had a 2-out double. Actually, the Brewers scored a lot of runs with 2 outs. Maybe they got some of that magic in them here. And here's the guy who did it in Philly. Here's the pitch. That one's down 2-0. So this is where it's going to pay off to be patient. That's what Arcia has been doing very well this year. Working a lot of counts. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he pops it up to center. And Wheeler is going to get out of this one. So some impatient at-bats by the Brewers. And the Phillies can get out of this one. So the Brewers strand the bases loaded. And they head to the 5th, leading just by 1. Heidi Watney down there in a nice blue jacket, but we're sorry, we can't hear you at all. I know it's terribly embarrassing. I don't know who she's talking about on the Phillies. It's just a bummer how all of this works out. Gonna look at Joe Girardi. It's his first season with the Phillies. They're 6-10. Girardi, 994 wins in his career, so close to that 1,000 mark. As Neil Walker steps in for his 2nd at-bat of the game, and he takes a strike. Corbin Burns and J.P. Fireeisen warming up in the Brewers' bullpen. Woodruff going strong here, though. There's the pitch. That's inside. Woodruff has the longest outing for a Brewers starter this season. He went 7 against the Cardinals. Didn't give up a run. As Walker drives one to right, but Yelich is right there. And he's got it for the 1st out.
The center fielder.
Let's look at the pitch total there. 40 strikes on 22 balls for Brandon Woodruff. Doing a lot better last 2 innings, getting that leadoff man. It's all the difference sometimes. Not having to work with runners on base. You can work in the windup the whole time as Nick Williams swings and misses at that fastball. He's come around, having a 6-game hitting streak. Mentioned struggled against the Brewers. He's got his average back up there during this hitting streak. That one misses. 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Williams, and that's a fly ball to center. Kane is there. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the pitcher.
We'll see what Joe Girardi does here in the 5th. He will send Zach Wheeler back out there. So Wheeler up to bat. Struck out back in the 2nd. 0 for 9 on the season. And here's the pitch from Woodruff. It's in there for a strike. 97 on the corner. And it's 0-1 on Wheeler. Another fastball right down the middle. Took a little bit off of it with the 2-seamer. And Woodruff in the driver's seat here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul. So Wheeler got the right timing on that one. Let's see what Woodruff comes back here with. Probably looking for something that he can chase. And fouls it off. So another good pitch. Wheeler right on it, though. Look to go outside. Let's see what Woodruff cranks up here on pitch 70. And that one's fouled. So threw him the curveball. Tried to keep him out in front, but just kind of sped up the bag. And Woodruff's going to run over the umpire because he wants him to hand him the ball. He's got a lot of amped up energy. 0-2 pitch. A little floater to left field, but Arcia's there. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Woodruff. So he's cruising along here. He's going to lead off the fifth. Brewers lead by 1. So Brandon Woodruff steps up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the season still. One of the better hitters in the Brewers rotation. Until he's out of the game, everyone's going to remember him for coming in a relief appearance in the NLCS and hitting the solo home run off of Clayton Kershaw that tied the game. That'll be all he's remembered for forever. He's going to have that, and that's not a bad thing to have either. It's the first time that a left-handed pitcher had given up a home run to a left-handed batting pitcher ever in the postseason. As Woodruff is down on strikes. 7 strikeouts for Wheeler here on the game.
The center fielder,
and we're back to the top of the order in Lorenzo Cain. Pitch from Wheeler is in there for a strike. Brewers came into tonight third lead. They had struck out only 109 times. That was third best in the majors. But tonight, facing Zach Wheeler, already struck out 8 times. Here's the 1-1 to Cain, and he fouls that one back. It's 1-2. The Brewers threatened in the fourth, but weren't able to do anything with the bases loaded. And the score remains at 1-0. The big thing coming into this game has been runners in scoring position. Coming into today, Brewers batting 175 runners in scoring positions. Stat they drastically need to improve if they want to contend in a very tough NL Central. They're 1 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. Full count pitch on its way to Cain. And he fouls that one into the netting. And we'll do it again at full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Another one fouled away. Good at bat here by Cain, fighting off some tough pitches. That one right at the knees. And, have Wheeler bring something up a little bit. Here's the 3-2. Hits that one to right, but that's going to be foul. One hop the seats. Some good approach here by Lorenzo Cain. 3-2 again. And that one's driven to shallow center. Gregorius is back, and he makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
A great at-bat by Cain. Just got that one. Gregorius had to stretch the arm just a little bit, but good play by the veteran shortstop. And there's 2 away for Christian Yelich. Takes the ball inside, 1-0. See there, Yelich, as we all know, 2018 NL MVP, was having another MVP season before the season was cut short by the fractured kneecap on the foul ball. That's a huge blow to the Brewers offense, but the team stuck with it. Got some valuable games from Trent Grisham, who took his spot as Yelich rips that one to right and deep. Harper going back, and that is out of here. Christian Yelich with his 6th home run of the season, and he gives the Brewers a 2-0 lead. 112 miles an hour off the bat. That was a frozen rope to right field. And Christian Yelich continuing to produce in these 2-out situations. Gives his team a 2-0 lead. Take a look at that one again. Right on the inside part of the plate. Turns and just hits an absolute bullet out of here. Yeah, that was absolutely crushed. People were way more calm about standing in front of that missile than anyone in real life would be. That's for sure. So Castanera hits with 2 outs. Brewers got a run in on the solo home run. Castanera, 1 for 1. Walked in his last at-bat. Got to third on the Garcia double, but wasn't able to score as he swings and misses. It's 0-1. And that's the thing that's going to start happening. The Brewers aren't going to be able to score with runners in scoring position and get these timely hits as Hira grounds one over to Walker, and he'll make the play for out number 3. Well, we'll get back to that one. We come back to the inning, but they're going to take more risks on the base pass as the fans are dancing. They're pumped up. Brewers have a 2-0 lead here after 5.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
So the Phillies got the top of the order coming up here in the 6th. Scott Kingery has 2 base hits up the middle, will lead off. And he's going to rip one to Arcia to play it on the backhand hop. And 1 pitch and 1 out for Brandon Woodruff. So Woodruff doing a great job these last few innings, getting that leadoff runner. He'll face Jay Bruce. 1 for 2. First appearance for Jay Bruce this season. And he drives one to right, but that's going to be foul. Oh, 1 pitch. This is down low, 1-1. So one of the things that we'll be keeping an eye on is how the Brewers progress in kind of the rankings within some of the major. There's a check swing, but home plate umpire Joe McDonald says he went around, so it's 1-2. Kind of where the Brewers stand in a lot of these key categories in the league. Here's the 1-2 pitch, just misses, 2-2. So coming into today, I think the big one is where they are in the division. So 3.5 back, as Bruce fouls him back. 3.5 back of the Cubs, who've been on a tear lately. Got a 9-game winning streak. They're off today. Brewers are the only National League Central team in action today. Everyone else is on a bye. And Woodruff gets his 6th strikeout of the game. And there's 2 away here in the 6th.
Right.
They're 1 game back of the wild card. I know it's very early to think about wild card situations, but there's 5 teams tied for those wild card spots. They're 18th in the league in average, batting .250. 58 runs scored coming into tonight. That was 21st. So haven't been scoring a lot of runs, but staying in a lot of games because of their bullpen. 18 home runs. They got 19 now. It's tied for 14th. As Harper hits one to center, Canes racing in. Plenty of room, plenty of time to catch that one. And the Phillies are down in order here in the 6th. So another great inning by Woodruff. He's retired. That is now 11 straight as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Abacio Garcia steps in here in the bottom of the 6th to face Zach Wheeler. Hit a double in his last at-bat, got stranded, and there's a change-up right in there for a strike. Adam Morgan, Victor Arano warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Brewers have a 2-0 lead here in the 6th. There's the 0-1 to Garcia. That one misses, 1-1. Hero with the RBI double in the 1st. Yelich with the solo home run in the 5th. There's the 1-1 to Garcia. That one misses away. It's 2-1. Couldn't get him to chase the changeup. So Garcia's in the driver's seat here, looking for something he can drive. Going back to where the Brewers are in some of these major categories. Here's the pitch, and there's a grounder over to Walker. Let's play on the hop. And there's 1 away, or 2 away, 1 away here in the 6th.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Another one that's always important when you're not scoring a lot of runs. You got to keep yourself in these games. They're 10th in fielding percentage as a team. Team ERA is 8th in the majors, 3.32. They got a dynamite bullpen. At the start of last week, they had a bullpen that's ERA was under 2. That's gone up to 3.5. just in a week. Had some struggles. Braun fouls that one, and that one's going to be where the ball boy was, and he ran up in front of it, I guess just in case a play was made on it, and Braun's quickly down 0-2. And he swings and misses at that one, so Braun continues to struggle. And there's out number 2. So 9 strikeouts for Wheeler. Braun chases that one. That's down in the zone. And you wonder, he's played every game so far this season. Wonder if Counsell might want to try to get him out of the lineup here, give him a little break. Homer Narvaez is in and gets brushed back on the slider. It's 1-0. Narvaez walked back in the 4th. Intentionally walked. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Yeah, Brewers' starting rotation has a ERA of 3.07. Probably up there. There's no way of tracking just rotation ERA within this, so I have to kind of go about it in my own ways and means. They have allowed 17 home runs. It's still not. That's about middle of the road, middle of the pack. And Narvaez is on base for the second time tonight with a walk. And Wheeler's at that 100 pitch mark, kind of the
third baseman.
Standard for starting pitchers. Once you get 100, usually aren't going to go back out there for another inning. So Wheeler probably going to try to close it down here, facing Brock Holt, who's 0-2. Struck out his last at-bat with the bases loaded, and he hits one foul. Buzzes the tower of Ed Cedar at third. He's down 0-1. One pitch. Another one that's fouled off to the left side into the protective netting. And Holt's quickly down 0-2. So Holt being aggressive here in this at-bat. Kind of did him in his last at-bat. Let's see if he can do it here. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And the Phillies get out of that one as well. So 10 strikeouts for Wheeler. And after 6, Brewers still lead by 2. Move to the top of the 7th. Rhys Hoskin leads off for the Phillies.
Number 17.
Brandon Woodruff back out there.
Hoskin.
Giving his skipper some much needed innings here today. Pitch to Hoskins, chases a slider, it's 0-1. Corbin Burns is the only pitcher out of the bullpen not to pitch in yesterday's game, so any extra rest that Woodruff can provide here is definitely a bonus. Brewers do not have an off day until next Monday. So we welcome someone joining the broadcast. Welcome. Brewers have a 2-run lead as Hoskins swings and misses at that pitch. And Woodruff has another strikeout, his 7th of the game. And once again, getting that leadoff batter. Really bouncing back. Gets is way in front of that fastball. And Gregorius will hit with nobody on and 1 out. So for the person just joining us, Brewers got on the board in the 1st with an RBI double as Gregorius just crushed one to right. And the Phillies are on the board 2-1. So Gregorius hits his 4th home run of the season. Cuts the Brewers' lead in half. And quiets this Brewers crowd. So Woodruff had been humming along there. Had retired 12 straight. And Gregorius knew it right off the bat. Gave a little bit of a flip. And it's 2-1. After seeing that, my dog had to leave. She had enough. And Counsell's going to go to the bullpen, so Woodruff makes it into the 7th. Goes 6 1/3. Counsell's in for the double switch. He's going to make way for Corbin Burns.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 39, Corbin Burns. Now catching and batting ninth, number 9, Manny Pena.
All right, so Corbin Burns is in to pitch. Like I mentioned, he was the only one that didn't pitch yesterday. Manny Pena comes in on the double switch. He's going to bat in the 9 spot, so he'll be batting second in the next inning. And Burns throws a slider in there. It's 0-2 on Real Muto. And there's 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And there's 2 away here in the 7th. So yeah, going back, let's take a look at that pitch again. Just a fastball high and away. Realmuto can't catch up to it. There's 2 away. Castanera had the RBI double in the 1st. Yelich had the solo home run in the 5th. And then Didi Gregorius, right as he joined in, hit the solo home run for the Phillies, and that's where we're at. Here's the 1-0 to Walker, swing and a miss. Way out in front of that fastball, it's 1-1. So 2 really good outings by both of these starting pitchers. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Got to figure Wheeler's probably done for the day, going 6 innings, but you never know. Might get put back out there now that his team is down only by 1. He did go 7 his last out at bat, and Burns runs one high and in. Walker chases it, and that is the 3rd out. So 2 strikeouts from Burns, but Didi Gregorius blasts one to right field. And at the stretch, Brewers lead by 1. Joe Girardi is also going to make a double switch here in the 7th. Zach Wheeler's pitching spot coming up second next.
Your attention, please. These changes for Philadelphia. Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 64, Victor Arano. Now catching and batting ninth, number 73, Davey Grullon.
Arcia swings and misses at that first offering for Arano, and it's 0-1. So Victor Arano coming in to pitch. He last pitched on Saturday, went 2/3, gave up 4 runs against Cincinnati. Been kind of a gas can for these Phillies out of the bullpen. 19 ERA. He's given up 12 earned runs out of the pen this season. This is his 9th appearance. Here's the 1-1 to Arcia, and he hits that one to right. Harper racing back. He's got room for it and makes the catch for out number 1. In their last series, Arano appeared in all 3 games versus the Brewers. Pitched 2 1/3. Didn't give up any hits. Struck out 3, so a lot of this has not been because of the Brewers. It's just been having some rough patches. Here's the pitch. Manny Pena in, who just came in on the double switch. Fouls that one away. It's 0-1. So we have another person joining the stream. Welcome. Brewers lead 2-1. Hero with an RBI double in the 1st. Christian Yelich with a solo home run in the 5th. And then Didi Gregorius in the top of the 7th hit a solo home run. And now you're all caught up. Woodruff goes 6 1/3. Just gives up that 1 solo home run. That was his last batter he faced. Burns coming in the 7th to shut it down, and he strikes out JT Realmuto and Neil Walker to get the Brewers out of the 7th. Here's the 1-2 to Pena. Swing and a miss. Pena's down on strikes. And there's 2 away here in the 7th.
The batter, the center fielder, Lorenzo.
Good pitch down in the zone. Manny Pena can't do anything with that one. His bat goes through the new catcher for the Phillies. And there we are. We have a comment. I'm not following on my stream, so hopefully it's not that the mic doesn't work. That would be embarrassing. So let me see what that comment is. Just someone saying hello. Well, hello, Contis. Hopefully I said that right. Hello, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. I said I don't have like my chat up, but welcome. Thank you for saying hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this game. Kane chases that one low and away. And then we got another viewer on, so I think the word is spreading or something's happening, but pretty cool. Brewers up 2-1 here. 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Kane flares that one to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Harper plays it on the hop, and the Brewers have a runner with 2 outs, and Christian Yelich coming up.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Kane pretty pumped about that one.
Yelich.
Yelich approaches the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Singled in the 1st, home run in the 5th. And seeing if the Brewers can keep this one going with 2 outs here in the 7th. So Arano, after getting the first 2 guys, gives up the single to Kane, now faces Yelich. And Yelich grounds that one into the hole, and that's a base hit. So back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. And we have another comment, so I'll check out what that one is.
The batter, the second baseman.
You hear my dog is pumped up about engagement on the chat, or just not being pet at this time. All right, well, thank you. So someone just finding this on Twitter randomly, finding the channel. Don't know much about baseball, but that's fine. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Glad you could check it out. Not sure if you had to dip out right away, but thanks for joining. Remember, just help spread the word about this channel, Tucker Comedy on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter when I go live. Yeah, just got to spread it that way through word of mouth. So here takes a strike. It's 1-2. Yeah, any little bit helps. Just kind of spread the word about it. Always appreciated. So Hero, runner on second and first. Here's the 1-2, and that one's tapped in front of the mound. And that one's going to pull the runner off the bag. And that, we'll kind of see what the scoring decision is on that one. Probably going to be an error, as Gruyan, the new Phillies catcher, gets a good jump from behind the plate, but the throw pulls Hoskins. And here is going to be safe at third. Not sure what the scoring decision is on that one. It kind of went away right before I could see, so we'll check that one later. But Garcia's going to bat with the bases loaded here. Second time the Brewers had the bases loaded here in the game. Weren't able to cash in last time. Let's see if Garcia can do it this time. 1-0 here. So you can kind of see this is where Arano has gotten into trouble. He's got runners on. He's given up a lot of runs this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses inside, 2-0. So Brewers looking to add on here in the 7th. Get some much-needed insurance. They're going to hand this game over. They've already handed it over to their bullpen. I'd like to give them a few more runs. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one's hit right at Hoskins on a line. And that is the last out of the inning. So Brewers strand the bases loaded once again. It was an error on that play. And once again, Brewers struggle with runners in scoring position. They lead by 1. Greg Council's in for the double switch again. Corey Knebel is going to work the 8th inning, his 10th appearance of the season. 0-1 on the season.
Number 46.
He's gone 8 1/3.
Now playing second and batting 5th. Number 2, Luis Urias.
All right, so Luis Urias comes in, and he's playing second. So Hira's out of the game. As you see, Josh Hader and David Phelps warming up in the bullpen. Luis Urias moves into the 6th spot, and the pitcher spot is now going to be where Hero was at the 3-hole. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses, 1-1. So 21,000 here in attendance. Another good-sized crowd for a Monday night in Miller Park. Another knuckle curve misses inside. 2-1 on the Phillies center fielder. There's the 2-1 pitch. That one misses, 3-1. Knebel pitched in yesterday's game. Had 2 strikeouts, and there's a swing and a miss. 3-2. Brewers looking to gain some ground in the division. Only team playing here tonight. Here's the 3-2. That one's fouled back. Even if it's just a half game, it's going to be important. Cubs have won 9 straight. They swept the Cardinals over the weekend. They're on their way to Baltimore. And there's a drive to center field. Kane racing back, but he's underneath it for a loud out number 1. So good battle by Corey Knebel. He wins that one. And that's going to bring up Davey Gruyen
Up next for Philadelphia.
to bat next.
The
Look
catcher,
at the pitching comparison. Zach Wheeler goes 6, gives up 2. Brandon Woodruff goes 6 in the third, gives up the 1. Both give up 4 hits, but a lot of strikeouts on the game. Wheeler wins that battle. He gets 9 strikeouts to Woodruff 7. So Davey Gruyen is into bat. He came in on the double switch last inning, batting in the 9 spot. Got another comment coming through. Sorry if I can't read it right now, but that one's called a strike. Hopefully I can. This is all about. So from Portugal. Well, that's amazing. You're watching all the way from Portugal, and I understand that football is like the only thing that matters there. I get it. Here's the 0-1, and that one's fouled back. I'm just having a conversation through the YouTube chat now. This is what this is all about, folks. It's also good that if you're responding so quickly that the latency or the lag from Wisconsin all the way to Portugal's really good. So I think that's even more exciting to see that even halfway around the world, the feed is working well. Knebel up 1-2 here on the Phillies catcher, and that one's grounded foul. Well, if you have anyone in Portugal that does like baseball, point them at this channel, I guess. Here's the 1-2, and that one's grounded foul as well. Julian hanging on tough here. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 right at the top of the zone. Corey Knebel's gotten the first 2 Phillies here. Good pitch. Must not have been looking for that fastball. And that one's right down the middle. The Phillies have 2 outs here. Top of the order, and Scott Kingery. Kingery 2 for 3 on the day. And here's the pitch. That one just misses. 1-0. So it's a big difference how this game has changed ever since, you know, the Phillies, the first 3 innings, got their leadoff man on, so a lot of high-pressure situations for Brandon Woodruff to work around, but since the 4th, the leadoff man has been retired. And even in that 3rd, Kingery leads off with a base hit. Jay Bruce flies out, and then Bryce Harper hits into a double play, so it's still a quick inning. And that kind of set the tone for Woodruff. He really started going after that. He retired the next 10 in order before giving up the home run to Gregorius and ended his day. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses inside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Kingery. Just up and in. It's 3-2. Jay Bruce on deck. He's the go-ahead run. Knebel trying to shut down this 8th inning. Tried to bridge the gap for Josh Hader. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Great curveball. Got him out in front. And the Phillies go down in order. So another great appearance by Corey Knebel. He strikes out 2 Phillies. And the Brewers lead by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 46, Adam Morgan.
Yeah, so finding the stream through some coworkers, girlfriends. Remember, I did see a message from that person you're referring to earlier today, so I'm glad the word is spreading somehow. Maybe they shared the link. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I just keep streaming and hope something happens. Ryan Braun leads off, looking to bust out of an 0 for 3 here. Leading off the bottom of the 8th, Luis Urias is on deck, came in on the double switch last inning. Adam Morgan is in for the Phillies, making his 11th appearance. He's made the most appearances out of the Phillies bullpen this season, as Braun rips that one foul. Morgan's gone 8 2/3. That's also the most innings pitched. 5.2 ERA. Struck out 10, walked 3. Hasn't given up a long ball yet this season. Here's the 0-2 to Braun, and he hits a little floater to the right side. Kingery's there, and there's out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, Luis Urias.
Luis Urias steps in to bat here in the 8th. You mentioned came in the double switch with Corey Knebel. Got his first home run as a Brewer on Saturday night. Went back-to-back with Manny Pena. Both of them were getting the start with the lefty on the mound. And he takes a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. Brewers lead here 2-1. Got a home run from Christian Yelich in the 5th. RBI double from Keston Hiura. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. And the Phillies got on the board in the 6th with a Didi Gregorius solo home run. Or the 7th, I apologize. Here's the 1-1-2 Urias. That brushes him back. 2-1. Yeah, so just getting a question here about if I do anything cast related as a profession, or is this just for fun? This is just for fun. I am a huge baseball fan, and with no baseball going on here in the States, just looking for something to do recreationally. Here's the 2-2, and that one's fouled back. I have a great appreciation for people who do broadcasting. I'm actually going to work as a PA announcer for a baseball team here in town. With baseball happens again this summer. 2-2, misses outside. But also, if I can get better at this, if I can maybe find some people that follow this stream and watch this and kind of spread the word, then who knows what kind of opportunities this leads to. As Urias takes that off-speed pitch for a called strike 3, and there's 2 away here in the 8th.
Up next for Milwaukee, the third baseman.
Good pitch. Got him guessing on that one. And it wasn't the right one, so Urias is down on strikes. And I'll bring up Brock Holt. So yeah, so if the word gets out about this stream about somebody who consistently was calling video game baseball for over a month, and it leads to something, maybe in baseball, maybe not, maybe just in announcing or doing anything like that, then that would be awesome. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing this for fun. It's kind of passing the time as we're all trying to be safe at home during, this COVID-19, this coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Brock Holt swings and misses, 0-2. Just trying to keep finding things that are normal to us, and baseball is about as normal as it gets for me. So that's why I'm doing it. Here's the 0-2 to Holt, swing and a miss. Brewers go down in order in the 8th, and they're going to hand the ball over to Josh Hader to finish this one off. Brewers lead by 1 as we head to the 9th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so Josh Hader's in for his 8th game of the season, 5 for 5 in save attempts. Came in yesterday's game to try to keep the Mets to a 4-3 lead. Got a double play to end that one. He's in trying to secure his 6th save of the season. 12 strikeouts. He's going to face Jay Bruce, Bryce Harper, and Rhys Hoskins. So he's going to face 2 lefties and then the righty here in the 9th. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Beautiful slider. Got Bruce out in front. It's 1-1. 1-1's inside, 2-1. Brewers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak here. against the Phillies. Try to win their 4th straight against Philadelphia. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider. Jay Bruce way in front of that one, and it's 2-2. Hader working quickly. Here's the pitch. Just outside. Try to get him to chase the slider again, and the count's full. Bryce Harper on deck. Here's the payoff pitch to Bruce. Just a bit inside, and there's a leadoff walk. So Hader loses
The right fielder, number 3.
Jay Bruce.
Right.
That's going to bring the go-ahead run to the plate in the form of Bryce Harper.
Your attention, please.
Roman Quinn's going to come in. He's going to pinch hit or pinch run, beg your pardon.
Roman Quinn.
Just the second time he's made an appearance this season. Also pinch ran against the Brewers back in Philadelphia. Tying run over at first. Here's the pitch to Harper. Swing and a miss. Started him out with a slider. Harper was ready and raring to go for that one. And it's quickly 0-1. So Hader able to zone in that slider here tonight. Very effective pitch if he can work that into the mix. Here's the 0-1 to Harper. Fouled back. Quickly 0-2 on the slugging right fielder. Runner at first. Nobody out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just inside. Tried to throw the 2-seamer. Pitch with a little less fire on it. Good change of pace. It's almost like the changeup for Hader, which is kind of crazy to think at a 94-mile-an-hour changeup, but it's effective. 1-2 pitch. Slider misses upstairs, so Hader throws back-to-back balls. Counts even at 2 here. Check of Quinn over at first. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into left center. Garcia chasing after it. He's got room, makes the catch, and there's 1 out. So good job by Hader winning the battle. Harper continues to struggle.
First baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
I'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 3 on the game. Struck out twice. He's got the speedy Roman Quinn over at first, so a shot to the gap. Probably tie this game, so the Brewers are probably going to play a little deeper, which makes sense. Hoskins, power hitter here. Works a fastball inside, 1-0. See that arm action? You see that ball kind of come all the way across that zone. Hard to lay off. Here's the 1-0. There's a check swing, but it's a called strike anyway. And it's 1-1. So I think he was calling him on the check swing, but it looked like a good pitch. There's a check of Quinn over at first. Keep him close by. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss way out in front of that one. And it's 1-2. Another check. Backed in safely. I wonder if they might put him in motion, try to stay out of the double play situation. Another check to the runner. Hader did get the double play in yesterday's game, but not know what he's known for. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one's hit down the line, but foul. Umpire was so sure of it, he called it before it even landed. So that could have been trouble. Going to the corner, but it's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Brushes him back. Quinn is making a run for second. Pena's going to throw down, but he is in there. So it's going to be a wild pitch on Hader, and the Phillies have the tying run over at second now. Good block, but with Quinn's wheels, anything that's not right in the mitt, he's going to take that bag. And now, with 1 out, Phillies have a runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-2 to Hoskins in the dirt, full count. Trying to keep the go-ahead run off the base pass. Here's the full count pitch. Just off the outside corner. It's a ball 4. And there's runners at first and second here, and 1 out. And Didi Gregorius, who had the solo home run in the 7th, is now batting. So go-ahead run now over at first. Tying run at second. Didi Gregorius, who had the solo home run, bats with 1 out here in the 9th. Josh Hader trying to close this down. He's given up 2 walks. And he starts out with a strike. So Hader had only given up 1 free pass this entire season up to this point. He's given up 2 here in the 9th. check with the runner at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just off the inside corner, 1-1. He did hit a batter against the Phillies. Here's the 1-1, way outside, 2-1. So now looks like he's overthrowing that slider, gripping it a little too hard. It's 2-1, so Gregorius has a favorable count here. Let's see what Hader has at 2-1. Hits one into the gap in left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's to the wall. Quinn is in, and the runner is going to hold at third. And Didi Gregorius has just tied this game at 2. And Josh Hader blows the save here as Gregorius gets his second RBI. It's a double. And the game is now tied at 2.
Your attention, please. Pincher for Philadelphia. Number 72, Kyle Garland.
So with the pitcher spot now due up, Kyle Garlick's going to step up. He hit a solo home run off of Brent Suter in Philly. He's got runners at second and third, 1 out here. Go-ahead run just 90 feet away. Tough outing for Hader. 2 walks, a double. Now he's got to try to get the Brewers in with the tie game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. One pitch to Garlick. Fastball misses in, 2-1. We'll see the 14 balls tell the story. A lot of extra pitches. Base runners getting on. Now Hader's got to calm himself down and try to get these last 2 outs without giving up the go-ahead run. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So this would be a huge strikeout if Hader can get him here. He's going to need it. He wants to get the Brewers back into the dugout in a tie game situation. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Garlick goes down on strikes, and the Brewers have 2 outs.
Now
through the heat, high up at the zone. Garlick can't catch up to it. And that's going to bring up Neil Walker. Walker takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Hader trying to bounce back here. 0-1 on Walker. Here's the pitch. Tries to get him to chase high. He doesn't. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That one's hit to the right side. Braun's got it. He'll take it himself. And the inning is over, but not after. Didi Gregorius ties this one up. Hits the RBI double. And the Brewers go to the bottom of the 9th. They're going to need to do it in walk-off fashion. The bottom of the order coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So Roman Quinn's going to stay out in left field after pinch running.
Number 24, Roman Quinn.
Jose Alvarez is going to come in for his 7th game of the season.
52, Jose
Has 6
Alvarez.
strikeouts to just 1 walk.
Leading off for the Brewers, the shortstop.
And Orlando Arcia is going to start out this bottom of the
Arcia.
9th with the game tied. And he starts it off with a base hit. So a great start to the inning. Brewers get their leadoff man on. And they're in business here in the 9th. So first pitch
The
swinging.
pitcher, number 9,
Arcia
Manny.
hits that one into
Pena.
center, and that's going to make way for Manny Pena.
Your attention please.
So Ben Gamel's going to pinch run here
Number 16,
for Arcia. And Pena going to lay down a bunt, pushes it towards first, but that's foul. So looking to get that go-ahead run into scoring position, playing a little small ball. The top of the order coming up. It's going to be Kane and Yelich, and then the pitcher spot in the 3-hole. That one's pushed foul as well. So now Pena's going to be up there swinging in an 0-2 count. Pena's got power. He hit a home run on Saturday. He went back-to-back with Luis Urias. It's his only hit of the season. The big thing is try to stay out of that double play situation. There's the 0-2 to Pena. That one's down in the dirt, and it's 1-2. David Robertson, the Phillies closers, warming up. Hector Neris also warming up. Here's the 1-2 to Pena. Hits that one over to Kingery. Makes the flip to Gregorius, and there's the double play the Brewers did not want to see. And just like that, Arcia's base hit is erased. And there's nobody on and 2 outs for Lorenzo Cain. So Cain going to try to get this started up again with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the inside. It's 0-1. 0-1 to Cain. Swing and a miss. Tried to pull that curveball, and that's never going to be a good idea, especially if you're that far in front of it. It's a pitch he needs to take to right field. He's got to give Yelich a chance here in the 9th. Here's the pitch. This is away, 1-2. Pitch to Cain, and that one's a fly ball to center. Williams is there, and the Brewers are going to play their first extra inning game of the season. Brewers get a leadoff single. Double play erases it, and we are going to head to extra innings.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Brewers, number 76, J.P. Fire Eisen. This change defensively for the Brewers. Now playing shortstop, number 5, Jed Durko. Leading off for the Phillies.
Well, thank you for joining the cast. I know it's 2:30 in the morning, like you said, but thank you for joining. That's a rosin bag. Yep, that's so the ball doesn't slip. Sorry, I was not catching up on chat there. Just kind of getting into the 9th inning here, but thanks for joining. Good night. Be safe over in Portugal. JP Fireeisen is going to work the 10th here for the Brewers. And he's going to face Nick Williams, who grounds one foul. Fireeisen pitched in yesterday's game. Went 1 inning. Gave up 2 hits. Had a strikeout. Here's the 1-1 to Williams. That's a changeup right down the middle. 1-2. Fireeisen just made 1 appearance in Philadelphia. Pitched an inning. Gave up just a walk. Here's the 1-2. And that one's ripped down the line and foul. Was not fooled by that changeup that time. Fireeisen gets away with that one. It's 1-2. So tried to come back with the same pitch. Didn't work out for him, and it's a 1-2 count on Williams again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up on the fastball. Fireeisen gets the leadoff man on strikes.
Now batting.
First extra inning game of the season for the Brewers. I did not pull what the Phillies record is in extra inning games. But after today, I will have that in there. Davey Gruyen is in, his second at-bat after coming in on the double switch. Struck out in his last at-bat. Here's the 1-0. That one misses inside, 2-0. Fireeisen falling behind here. Got the first guy on strikes. Trying to keep this game at 2. And give his team a chance to win it in the bottom of the 10th. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good pitch on the corner. Got Gruyen to chase it. David Phelps, Alex Claudio warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Both have been pitching very well for the Brewers. Claudio did give up the run in yesterday's game for the loss, but still has been pitching well lately nonetheless, as Gruyen Hits that one down the right field line, but foul. Two-two game here. 1 out, top of the 10th. Here's the pitch, and that's a grounder over to, it looks like, Jed Jerko, and he'll make the play for out number 2. That is Jed Jerko coming in
second baseman
after Ben Gamel pinch ran. So he's in the 5-hole now. Nope, he's going to be in the 8-hole. As Scott Kingery, the leadoff man, is in there, takes a strike. It's 0-1. So my book, that's just a composition notebook, the gridded one, is all out of sorts with all these substitutions and double switches and everything like that. So that's what happens. That one just missed on the inside corner. It's 1-1 on Kingery. He's 2 for 4. Got 2 singles in his first 2 at-bats. Then a ground out and a strikeout. That one's ripped down the line, but foul. Brewers will have Yelich, and then the pitcher's spot, and then Avisail Garcia coming up in the 10th. Pitch to Kingery is down the line. Garcia tracking it and makes the play on the slicing fly ball. And it's a 1-2-3 here in the 10th. So Brewers coming up here in the 10th look to do it in walk-off fashion. Well, the Brewers have the guy they'd like more than anyone up at bat right now. Christian Yelich has a solo home run, 2 singles. And he leads off the 10th against Jose Alvarez in for his second inning of work. And that one's in there for a strike. So Alvarez gave up the leadoff single, but then gets the double play ball. Then gets Kane to pop out to center. Only threw 9 pitches, so Girardi's going to send him back out there, especially for the lefty-on-lefty matchup. This is with the fastball. It's 1-1. One pitch to Yelich. That misses upstairs. 2-1. So Brewers just looking for some base runners here. There's the 2-1. Swing and a drive to right and deep. And you can forget about this one. This one is over. Christian Yelich walks it off for the Brewers. His second home run of the game. And the Brewers win this one in 10, 3-2. The Brewers, his team waiting for him at home plate. They celebrate. What a way to snap a 3-game losing streak. Brewers taking this one in the bottom of the 10th. Look at this pitch again, a hanging curveball, and Yelich did not miss that one at all. And he sends the Brewer fans home happy tonight with the long ball. Absolutely smoked into that second deck. And the Brewers take game 1 of this 4-game series here in Milwaukee. So a little extra drama here. This is Christian Yelich, obviously the player of the game. His teammates razzing him a little bit, but he got a good pitch to hit and ended this one. As they put him on a baseball card, frame that one up, put that in your bike spokes. Couple of different angles in succession, and a little flip of the bat, and the bat melts into the ground because it's so hot. Christian Yelich, 4 for 5 on the day, 2 home runs, and the Brewers snap a 3-game losing streak. JP Fireeisen gets his second win of the season. Jose Alvarez gets his first loss. Brewers score 3, get 8 hits. Philly scores 2 runs on just 5 hits. And they had the 1 error. And another good win by the Brewers. They do it in 10. Their first extra inning game of the year is a win.
The
And
final line score for our
that
ball
is
game
all
tonight.
here from
For the
Milwaukee.
victorious
I'm just kind of
Brewers,
repeating myself,
3
it feels
runs
like, on a
eight
lot
hits.
of these things.
No errors. They left
So
8 men on base.
that's how this one ends. Brewers win it 3-2 in walk-off
For
fashion.
Philadelphia,
Christian
2
Yelich has
runs
2
on
home
5
runs
hits,
on the
1
game.
error. They left 6 men on
And
base.
that's a big win for the Brewers.
Time for
That's
ball
all we
game.
got for
2
tonight.
hours,
Thank you
52
everyone
minutes.
who watched, even people from Portugal
Thank you
tuning
for
in
joining us
for this
here this
game.
evening.
Appreciate all
We
the
remind
feedback.
you to
Thanks for
please
chatting along.
drive home
Make sure to
safely.
share this with your friends. And we'll see you tomorrow night. 7 o'clock will be first pitch. Your starting pitchers are going to be Jake Arrieta for the Phillies and Adrian Hauser for the Brewers. So from Miller Park, I'm Tucker Diedrich. Brewers win this one 3-2. Have a good night, everybody.